I'm just going to go through quickly before we get back onto the trailer roof. I had a comment on one of the videos where someone asked me if I could show them how to like cut a rafter, or spar if you want to call it, on the outside of the wall plate, because on the trailer the bird's mouths are on the inside. So we'll go through quickly how to cut a spar. So say for instance we've got, those timbers are going to be 6x2s. We've got say a roof pitch of, I don't know, roughly say 25 degrees. So to start, draw a line down, just a rough line. That's roughly 25 degrees. And then the timber, 6x2, we want about, what would you say, about two thirds. So if I put a mark at 4 inch, and then that measurement down that line is 4.5 inches. So we'll cut a block at 4.5 inches. Quite simply, if this is ridge, put a little nail in there, get your line, put it on top point, and then 4.5 inch block into end. Get your bevel, set your bevel up to the angle of that line. So that's your plumb cut. Mark that down. So now I'll measure from the top to the outside, 34 3/4. So now measuring from your very top point, coming down. So keep it on there, 34 3/4 is there. And what I like to try and do is keep following the 34 3/4 up, like that. That's that point. And then, I'm just spinning around a bit, we'll measure back down that 4 inches, what we marked earlier. And getting your bevel to the same angle as the cut you've just done. Mark that down. I'll just extend that through. Mark that down there. And get your square. Do it like that. Get your square. And mark back down this way. That's your bird's mouth. So we'll cut that out, and that should fit on there lovely. So there you go. That fits lovely there. That's your seat cut, bird's mouth. Right, so get back to the trailer now. I'm going to use this similar process to cut this hip in. We've got this block, that same upstand as that point. Same again. We'll get this line. Now through that point. And that'll give us his bevel again. So set his bevel. Right, so that's a plumb cut again. So when you're marking a hip out, just take your time on getting your measurements really accurate, because a hip of this size, you don't want to be lifting it on, marking it, cutting a bit off, and then lifting it back on and so on. It's too big. On something like this though, you can lift it on and off, because obviously it's tiny, but on a big roof. We'll start by marking the plumb cut on that. Square that down. And then on this one, we need to find a centre line. Mark that across to that. Same on that side. And we'll cut that out. So we've got a point with this bevel. They're 245 degrees. So now we've got this cut. It's 245s with this plumb cut. So now we need to measure from that point. Keeping tape right on the corner. Down to that corner. Just 39 1/8. So from the very top point there, 39 1/8, which is there. Same again, follow that mark round. Is 35 millimeters, which is there. And keeping the bevel the same way as a plumb cut. You can mark that down. And then off that one, square across there, back down, and then there's other cut. So that's his point, but this one, because it's going into the corner, it has to be at 45 degrees on inside, and that has to be 45 degrees also. So I'm marking a centre line. And same on that one. See if she fits. Beautiful. So now, these are the long points. So we'll draw a centre line, and then we'll plane these off. So to measure a jack rafter, we're going to find the centre of this, which is here. So this timber's going to sit at this side. So from there to there, 11 3/8. That's there. And when you measure a jack rafter, always go to the longest point. So it's this, it'll be the same plumb cut, but just a 45 on, and then we'll go from this point here down to this point, which is 15 3/4. So to mark a jack rafter, I've already cut the plumb cut on. I've done a plumb cut there with a 45. So from that point, go 15 3/4. So we'll go down 15 3/4, and then we'll go down this thickness, which is there, and the same angle down that point, and then off that line, square back. And that should fit. So we'll cut that out and and cut that off. So we need 4 of these cutting, and then 4 of just exactly the same but opposite angle.